Okay, now without further ado, today's topic is going to be super interesting. It's going to be a point of view type of essay. And before we proceed, siapa yang baru masuk hari ini, I would like to welcome each of you the warmest welcome, to give each and every one of you the warmest welcome. And don't worry about your friends in here. They are so friendly. They don't bite. Look at Sohaila. She's so cute. She won't bite. And none of your friends are going to eat y'all. So don't be scared. Today we're going to be doing two learning method. We're going to be killing two birds with one stone, but we're only going to be killing two birds with one stone towards the end if I have time. I want you to speak a little today, okay? And whenever we're doing opinion essay, I want you to try and speak. The reason why is because today I'm going to combine the two components of your SPM paper, which is your speaking and also your writing. Put it together in order for you to be able to do it. Now, the topic is so fun. This is not a topic untuk nak kecam. This is not a topic that's to argue, but this is the topic to seek for opinion. And whatever my question, whatever my answer that will be given to you towards the end of your lesson later, I'm going to upload the answer to you guys. That is not a biased type of answer. Okay, it's not going to be biased. That's all I want to say. It is my personal opinion, my personal point of view, my opinion. Opinions are personal. Okay, and I want you guys to also be able to share your opinion without feeling scared. Because at the end of the day, it is all about your confidence, how you want to share your opinion to others in a stronger fact manner. Okay, I want it to be factual. And in order for it to be factual, it has to be from your heart, being processed in here, and you deliver it through here. Okay, or through your writing. Now, the topic is not a sensitive topic, so don't worry. Ada nampak macam alamak, takutnya topik apa ni? As you guys can see in your notes, it is just a basic question. Okay, I'm just scaring you a little. Now, let's talk about your speaking first. In your speaking paper, you're going to be having three phase. I call it as three phase. And all these three phases, they are going to be having three different approach to make you speak better. All right. Now, when they talk about three different approaches, I want you to know that the first one is going to be just like your PT tree. First one. Okay, when you speak, the first one is going to be exactly like your PT tree, and then you're going to have the second part, where you are going to be given a point or a few points for you to talk about. For example, they're going to ask you, who is your mentor? What do you think of your mentor? And they can also be asking you things on other types of opinion personally. Okay, that is going to be very basic, and they're going to give you what to answer in there. Like last speaking class, kita ada buat before this, we did on sports, if you guys remember. Kita dah pernah buat on sports. So they are going to be giving you that as well. And then last part is going to be a discussion. The discussion part is where they're going to be needing you and your friend to share your opinion. And the discussion topic is going to be not that scary. It's going to be super fun. It's like you're talking to your friend. You're sharing the opinion of a public speaker, maybe, or as if you are a public speaker, maybe. Or you can also look at it in a very debatable manner, but not to debate in an angry manner, not to debate in a very harsh manner, but you have to be firm when you speak and professional at the same time. That's all. Don't be scared, okay? I'm not making you do things that is outside of the box. Outside of your simple SPM paper. I want you to look at things from outside of the box. I want you to be able to not just follow this as if you're doing it for SPM only. I want you to be able to talk about all these discussions in real life as well. Okay? Cool? Okay, now, that's for speaking. So I'm not going to be associate speaking 100% macam kita buat speaking, but I'm going to need you to speak about the paper. That's all. about your writing paper. Now let's take a look at, let's do this. Now let's take a look at the question. First and foremost, this is your part 2. You must answer this question. There's no other choice but to answer this question. Okay, you cannot just skip it. You cannot just say goodbye. You cannot pick. You have to do what's given to you. So in that sense, you have to be prepared in whatever circumstances that they are going to be giving you. Okay, now let's take a look at it. Write your answer in 125 to 150 words. What does that mean? When you have to write your answer in this range, 125 sampai 150, maknanya tolonglah tulis lebih daripada 125. You have to write more than 125, and you have to write, you can stop at 150 or you can stop at 200. Most of my students that I boleh tengok kat sini, selalunya you akan stop at 118, which is super simple. We're going to be using the PEE method, and we're also going to be using some factual method. Tapi kita letak fact sikit-sikit je, tak ada banyak-banyak sangat, because this is only an opinion of yours. Yeah, you can support with some facts if you must. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Now let's take a look at the next one. Question 2. Your class has been discussing about the competition. About competition, any competition. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay about a quote. Winning does not always mean being first. Winning means you are doing better than you have done before. In your essay, you should write about whether you agree or disagree with the quote and reasons for your choice, and experience in your life to support your argument. So dekat sini dia dah bagi keyword that this is an argument. Okay, this is an argumentative kind. So an experience in your life to support your argument, reasons why you think that you agree with the quote. So what is the quote saying? Winning does not always mean being first. Winning means you are doing better than you have done before. Do you agree or disagree? Now let's take a look at that. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think that winning is about being first and first and first and first? I'm always going to be first, and nothing's going to top that up. And winning means competing with one another and wanting to just be first. That is what the quote is trying to say in here. Okay, and winning means you are doing better than you have done before. Do you agree on that? There's two things here. Winning does not always mean being first. Winning means you're doing better than you have done before. Now, meaning you are trying to look at the perspective yang menang ke, kalah ke. If you have done it better than before, you are a winner. Okay, I'm not going to give my personal point of view dulu. You bagi dulu. Okay, siapa agree and siapa disagree and siapa in between. Okay, I'm saying it. Many of you guys are agreeing on this. Of course, I'm not going to tell your names. If you disagree pun, I want to know why. Okay? Jangan takut yang kalau you disagree, just because everyone agree with the point in here, doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean you should. I want to see your point of view. Okay, I want to see how you look at it. So that's my point here tonight, today, this evening. How is it going? All good? Okay, now, many of you guys haven't shared with me your opinion on this. Okay, most of you guys say that you agree. Okay, we're gonna go on the agreeing part. Most of you agree on this. When you say you agree, maknanya you setuju yang kemenangan itu bukan hanyalah sekadar mendapat tempat pertama, tetapi kemenangan itu adalah apabila you menjadi lebih baik dari sebelumnya. That is what the quote is trying to say. Kalau you setuju, kenapa you setuju? I want to know why. And then I'll share with you my point of view. Okay? Why do you think so? Now, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I'm going to transfer my answer that I've prepared for you in this iPad so that you will be able to see in these 2 minutes. I want you to not be scared. Actually, I don't have to do that. I already have it in my in my iPad. What am I doing? I already have it in my iPad. Okay, I want you to do that. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to take out the answer. Hey, salah pula. Okay. All right, you guys have come to a conclusion with your point of view. Very good. Okay, now agreed, because we should compare yourself with you, not anyone else. Very good. Winning is not about success. It's about winning people's heart by kindness of loyalty. That's a different definition of winning. That's very good. Agree, because effort makes it worthwhile. If you have tried your best in doing something that you can't, but in the end, if the effort and improvement is better than not trying at all, I agree with that. In my honest opinion, winning does not necessarily mean getting number one. Okay, very good. In my opinion, winning does not necessarily mean getting number one or being the champion while competing against someone else or your opponent. Instead, winning for me leans more towards us doing better than before, and we do better than before. We know that all our efforts have paid off, and efforts won't betray you in the end. Very good. It's like you're ready to write an essay already. As long as we give our blood, sweat, and tears, all of us are considered as winner. Very good. Because one step forward is better than not trying at all. Okay, agree, because there's always room for improvement, not just having the desire of victory. Wow. Wow, it's like I have my passions as philosopher dalam semua ni. You guys are so good at this. I'm so proud of you. Okay, in my honest opinion, would you like to hear mine? My opinion, before that, try not to lean towards nak pergi yang cakap towards improving yourself only. Try to associate improving yourself with that. Okay, do not try to say it's better for you to try only. Try to say that it's better for you to try and not win, rather than you not trying and not winning at all. Because remember, the point here is about the topic of winning. Okay, the topic of winning, you tak boleh lari dari topic. Because the question here wants you to tell whether you would agree or disagree, reason, and putting your experience in your life to support an argument. Okay, this experience, we're going to talk about that later. You boleh create a scenario. You boleh come up with your own, not so much of your personal experience, ambil orang lain experience and masukkan pun boleh, tapi you cakap, you claim that is your experience. Because they want you to see that it is experience in your life. Bukan again, teacher ni every minggu aja you menipu. Minggu lepas saya cakap kalau restoran tu you tengok you nak ubah-ubah sikit boleh. Minggu ni aja you menipu lagi. Saya cakap kalau experience bukan sendiri punya, nak letak experience orang lain ambil pun boleh. Okay, you can do that for your academic paper. Tapi janganlah buat macam ni untuk paper yang you akan publish one day in your life. Okay, don't do that, because this is just for a learning purpose. Now let's take a look at the question. As for me, I totally agree with the quote. I totally agree with it, because when you talk about winning, it is certainly not about you being the first or the top three. It is not about making your opponent feel weak when you win. It is not about making your opponent feel like they are the loser in here and we are the winner. It's not about that. It's good to win the first place. It's good to be a winner. It's great. It's great to have a winner's mindset. But it's not great when you have an unhealthy winner's mindset. When you talk about unhealthy winner's mindset, adalah pemikiran yang you adalah a winner, but you want to be a winner that is arrogant, that is cool. Okay, we do not want that. We want to be a winner that is kind, that is respectful. Because if you put it in a way, a humble winner, yes, Aisha, correct. You want to be humble. Now, when you talk about winning, it's not important. That is not what this quote is trying to 100% say. Okay, maybe some of you, I understand, yang cakap disagree tu, maybe your point, correct me if I'm wrong, eh? Maybe if your point is trying to say here that winning is good, but you shouldn't have the mindset of not winning too. You need a winner's mindset. But the winner's mindset yang you perlukan has to be a healthy winner mindset. You have to get that. Because if you are unhealthy, you are arrogant, oh my goodness, I dropped my pen. But okay, take it. Ay, kasihan pen I ni. Now the top part is missing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look for that later. I'm gonna proceed with the class. Bye. Okay, now don't worry about it, Shafiq. We just got started anyway. All right. Now let's move on back to your mindset of winning. Siapa dekat sini pernah rasa that you were very competitive back when you were younger? You feel, I'm very competitive. Kalau tak menang boleh nangis. Have you ever feel that way? And if you still are in that situation. Okay, now, if you lose, you'll cry. Okay, ask yourself, kenapa you nangis? Adakah you nangis sebab you tak boleh terima orang tu better lagi daripada you? Ataupun you menangis disebabkan you rasa effort you dah buat banyak sangat, tapi you rasa tak cukup? Is it the first one or the second one? Most of you will choose the second one. Because the first one is you want to be an arrogant winner. You want to win and you wish to blow somebody else's candle. Sebab tu ada manusia dalam dunia ni yang sanggup betray orang. Ni out of topic lah, tapi I'm telling you in a different manner. Ada orang yang untuk nak menang, dia sanggup betray orang, dia sanggup buat benda-benda yang tak patut. And that means you are not going to get anywhere by doing things that is inappropriate. You're not going to get there that fast. You're not going to get there closer. Maybe you will win today, but tomorrow you're not going to be a winner anymore because you are not a nice winner. Okay, you're not a nice winner, but I'm not telling you lah. I'm talking about in general lah. And back when I was a kid, okay, I'm going to share with you a little something that's personal. I'm a very competitive person in a healthy way. I boleh cakap that bukannya I nak angkat bakul tapi I know that I am competitive in a healthier way because I want to win together. Usually, if you feel like you want to win together, that's healthy. And you do not want to be too competitive. It's just a very very healthy competitive manner. Okay, it's good to be a healthy competitor because if we don't have that competitiveness in us, how are we going to have the winner's mindset? But like I said, it has to be healthy. Okay, it has to be against yourself. It has to be against yourself. But you don't have to beat yourself too hard kalau you don't get to battle against yourself. You have to, by being competitive, my personal point of view, for me, myself, I find that I'm a competitive person with my own self. Okay, I'm a very competitive person with my own self. I have to be better than yesterday. I have to. If I don't, I'll be very sad. And there are also times in life that I feel competitive towards another person. And I ask myself, why am I like this? It can cause jealousy. It can cause jealousy, and that's very, very dangerous. Okay? When it causes jealousy, and I will be lying to you if I tak pernah ada jealousy in my heart. I will be lying. I'm a human being. Of course, I would feel that way. Sometimes I feel, why is that person winning this? Why isn't it me? Why can't I be the winner? And I will start thinking about all the negative things about this person instead of learning what that person has done and get better from it. I choose at that point of time, I choose to be jealous. I choose to be evil. Not to say evil that I did something to that person. I choose the darker side instead of choosing to accept it. Many of us, of course, there are times in our life we would feel that way. But the key here is to take yourself out of that situation as quick as possible. That is what you need to do. Keluarkan diri you daripada that situation. And that is how I want you to talk about. That is what I want you to tell in this essay. Okay, I want you to share in your essay. What is it that's the best way for you to do this? And going back to not being arrogant, ada yang cakap, teacher, you're describing me. I'm like that. I'm still that way right now. So what should we do? Sometimes if we get too competitive, okay? If you get too competitive, you don't have to get all jealous of the other party. That's it. Don't put jealousy in you. Okay, like Alif said, too competitive mindset broke humanity's kindness. Yes, I agree. True winner doesn't need to be the first. This is from Alia, but it constantly make people happy and motivate them. Okay, now, we are all like that, but what makes the difference is the one who educate and change. Yes, darling, you're getting my point. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, if you are going to be all competitive, it's good. But if you get to be jealous, take yourself out of it, throw that jealousy and move on. Learn from that person. Ask yourself, why is that person the winner? There must be something that that person has done which is greater than yours. That is what makes that person a winner. So learn from them. Okay? Don't try to blow someone else's candle just so you can make yours shine brighter, because it doesn't work that way. Imagine you blow somebody else's candle. Do you think yours will shine brighter? Ini bukan public toilet yang lima stall ada sekali, yang kalau dua orang tak pakai air tu jadi kuat. This is not a public toilet situation. Okay? This is not it. You have to look at it in a different perspective. Especially, imagine if that person today is your competitor. In the future, you could be in a team with that person and make your team a better place. That could be it too. Okay, and I really like to look at these kind of things and compare it with sportsmen. Sportsmen or sportswomen, they are very good when it comes to this kind of situation. They are harmonious. They're very harmonious. They don't look at one another as a threat. Never look at your competitor as a threat. You have to work together, and the only battle that you have to go against is your own self. And that is what this quote is saying. Winning does not always mean being fast. Winning means you are doing better than you are yesterday. Okay? And sometimes we are human beings. We do get in a very toxic competitive mindset. We change that to a healthier competitive mindset. Because remember guys, on the other hand, kalau you tak ada a winner's mindset, you're going to be doomed. Kalau you cakap, tak apalah, biarlah. Biarlah dia menang, tak apa, bagi dia menang. Bagi dia menang, tak apa, it's okay. Tak apa dia nak menang, dia menang, biar. You takkan improve diri you pun. So that bit of competitiveness tu kena ada in a humble manner. Supaya it will drive you. It will drive you to be better. Okay, you just need a healthier one. You just need a healthier one. All right. Now, sometimes we are in a group of people that will tell us, kau ni teruk lah. Lagi sikit tu kau nak menang. Tu lah kau ni. Sikit je lagi tu. Kau boleh kalah dengan dia. 2 saat je beza kau lari dengan dia. Kau buat apa 2 saat tu? Kau mimpi ke apa? Marah you. So you akan rasa macam, you tak akan marah kat diri you kadang-kadang. Ada 2 situasi senario. Senario number 1, you akan marah kat orang tu. Aku benci lah dia dah 2 saat lagi awal daripada aku. Benci lah, menyampah betul, kenapa dia macam tu. Don't have that mindset. Have the second one. Okay? The second one, the second mindset is going to be where you Cakap, oh okay tak apa. Hari ni orang tu 2 saat lagi awal daripada aku. I'm going to train myself to be better the next time. And congratulate that person. Congratulations, you have done it so well. I wish to be like you or better than you. Okay, that could be it as well. Okay, now let's move on back to your question. Alah, I punya broadcast dah hilang. Okay, stop broadcast. Okay, pasang balik. Dia manja, so dia suka hilang-hilang. All right, now moving on. Now we have talked about whether we agree or disagree with the quote and reasons for your choice and an experience in your life to support your argument. So what could that be? What experience? So kita boleh buat experience kalau you tak ada experience. But I'm pretty sure semua orang dah pernah ada your very own experience. Okay. Now, another thing that I want to give you, if you take a look at things in your school, just look at things around you at school. Just by getting certain grades. Kadang-kadang today, hari ni you nombor 1. Besok tak semestinya you nombor 1. Sebab kalau you ada mindset winner yang toxic, you cakap, aku winner, aku forever winner. You takkan ada mindset to nak get better tomorrow. Orang yang you rasa macam, loser, I winner. Orang you rasa macam tu could be macam cerita the tortoise and the I almost said turtle. The tortoise and the hare. Yeah, the tortoise and the hare. Hare is a wild and larger species of rabbit. So that one, you have to look at it in that way. Arrogance can work in that way as well. When you think that other person is never gonna be able to compete you, that is also unhealthy. That is also an unhealthy winning. A healthy one is when you are gonna get better than yourself every day. Okay? Now, jom kita tengok pasal essay punya details. But before we do that, teacher dah sediakan dalam nota you. All this dapat tak? Dapat kan? Alhamdulillah. Okay, and then you ada all this. Jangan hilangkan. You're going to be using this until you SPM nanti. It's going to be useful for you. You boleh ubah perkataan-perkataan yang ada. And I dah bagi sensory words, jadi kita go through that. Okay? Now, this one pun I dah bagi you the meaning of the words. Like precarious, went, hot, damned, stumble, which we're going to talk about that later. And then, now we're going to be talking about your opinion essay. Now, when you talk about your opinion essay, this is going to be your part 2. First thing first, of course, you need to answer all of the questions given. So you have to answer all given questions. Now, once you have done that, you have answered all given questions. Kita akan pada rasa macam pelik sebab dia tersengit. Saya kena pegang straight macam ni. You have to answer all questions. Answer all questions. Okay. Number 2. After you dah answer all questions, you have to use the PEE method. Okay, now, when you use the PEE method, you have to ask yourself, are all the P's are all the PEE going to be important? Adakah semua PEE ni akan penting? Okay, now, for your extended writing, memang you kena buat semua. P kena ada, E kena ada, E kena ada. Tapi kalau opinion essay, you nak buat P dengan E sahaja pun boleh. Okay, kalau you tiba-tiba macam alamak tak boleh nak fikir lah ada E tu, don't worry about it. Either you elaborate or you give example, tapi example you adalah dalam bentuk evidence. That is going to be another version of elaboration. If it's possible, you bagi in a very general manner bila you tak boleh nak fikir. Later I'll show you the example, okay? So you buat under PEE. So ambil point, campur dengan elaboration. Ini yang paling penting. Kalau you ada idea yang lebih, you letak evidence. Tapi kalau tak ada, tak mengapa. So I'm going to put a star here. Okay, kalau tak ada pun, tak apa. Now, let's move on to the next one. What else do I need you to do to put in here. I need you to use accurate vocabulary. What do I mean by accurate vocabulary? Since we are talking about the topic winning, I want you to use all these points and words that is going to be related to winning. So maknanya you gunakan opinion and you argue with point yang relatable. And it has to be using the accurate words. Later I'll show you. Accurate words, contoh bila you nak cakap, we have to be always consistent. Okay, good that you use the word consistent. Okay, you can be more specific by saying persistency is the key to this kind of things. Okay, and besides that, you can also use the words such as perseverance, the words such as being optimistic. All these positive values that you need in a winner can be your accurate vocabulary. Okay, jadi kita tengok contoh. Next, I want you to also talk about the accurate, I want you to also talk about add a fact or quote. This one most likely to be done in your introduction. Okay, add facts or anything, any opinion of your quotes related opinion, opinion related quotes, astaghfirullahaladzim. Your opinion related quotes letak dalam your essay, dalam introduction sahaja. Kalau nak letak dekat ending pun boleh juga. And berapa perenggan yang you kena buat, depending on the questions given. That I'll show you. And ada yang tanya, teacher, PEE ni apa? Okay, PEE ni you bagi point, satu idea you, main idea you. And then these are your supporting details. Itu sahaja. The supporting deeds are going to be in here. Okay? Itulah PEE. Just a very simple PEE yang kita kena buat hari ni. Nah, jom kita tengok berapa perenggan. Number one, you should talk about the general dalam 2 line about 2 to 3 lines about winning. What is winning to you? Do you agree on these quotes or not? That is the first thing that you need to talk about. Number 2, you need to give reasons for your choice. Apa sebab? That one is going to be the second paragraph that you're going to be giving your reasons. And then the third one, you're going to be giving an experience of life to support your argument. Teacher tak bagi jawapan dekat dalam ni, tapi teacher ada bagi jawapan yang ni untuk you nak letak dalam, untuk you nak download lepas you dah habis kelas dengan teacher. So I have prepared a 3-paragraph essay for you to refer to. So we're going to do a postmortem on this essay today. And before I do a postmortem, I want you guys to find a fact or a quote and share it in here. What type of quotes and facts that you can actually talk about. Later lah kita do that later, macam tu you boleh put on your own je. Before that, you can also look for any ideas ataupun experience of yours in your mind or on the internet kalau you actually orang punya experience atau kawan yang punya experience yang related to this topic. Okay, now it can be about anything. I'm going to share with you my very own experience. My experience that is related to this is going to be where this is one time that I always feel so competitive towards my classmate. I was in Form 5, and masa Form 5, I was an art student. I dulu adalah science student, pakai tukar jadi art student. So lepas saya dah jadi art student, because I love doing it so much, every single thing I buat, contoh my artwork, because I take seni, my artwork, I have to make sure that I am going to be submitting the best artwork. I am that competitive kid in the class. I will be meeting my teacher every single time before submission day. Back until when I was in uni, I changed that little. I'll share with you guys about that later. I want to show to my teacher beforehand so that dia boleh bagi tahu I apa yang problem and I boleh fix. And every single time I had this one friend, he's a guy, This guy, dia always ada this competitiveness dengan I. We are always the two kid in the class yang compete. Kalau dia dapat, I always get like top 5 in my class. So towards the end, I managed to get the top 3. So I rasa macam, you know what, I'm going to get top 3 because that person is very arrogant. I rasa dia arrogant, tapi dia tak arrogant pun. Dia just buat apa yang dia nak buat. So the lesson that I learned was when I became the top 3 student in that class, I became unhappy. But isn't that what I wanted? Isn't that what I wanted? So I became unhappy. I came home, my mom asked me, so macam mana report card okay ke? Macam tak, dapat nombor 2 je. My mom say, hey, that's good. That's good. I'm so happy for you. Sebab I was in Form 5 at that point of time. Before that, masa I was doing the subjects I was not very happy with, it was hard for me to climb. And my mom told me, that's really good. I said, no, I'm not happy. I want to get first. So I neglected her. I went into the room and I started crying. I said, why can't I get the first? Why can't I get? And I was being competitive. I was too focused on being competitive to an extent I didn't even improve myself. I didn't even choose to improve myself. So instead of improving myself all around, what I did was, I just choose untuk tak apalah, dah tak menang. Dah tak dapat nombor 1, lantak lah. Tak payahlah, nak belajar lagi dah. And my sister told me, what sort of mindset is that? Bukan ke you're doing this for yourself? Why are you competing with another person, and bila the race is over, you want to like neglect the entire thing? That shouldn't be the way. So I still do not want to listen to her. So I started crying when I get like bad grades, and I started learning. Okay, I started learning on how to get better. The problem that I had was mathematics. But this guy, dia punya maths is top notch. But he has problem with English. I have problem with maths. That's making us susah nak climb. Tapi dia, walaupun dia rasa macam I'm the competitor, dia datang jumpa I cakap, Mariam, macam mana aku nak buat essay ni, cuba kau ajar aku sikit. Tapi I tak rasa macam tak nak ajar dia lah. I tak rasa macam tu. I tak pernah rasa macam tu. I macam, okay lah, walaupun menyampah, biarlah sini aku ajar kau. Kalau aku ajar kau nanti, aku akan jadi happy. Walaupun aku tahu kau boleh improve. And deep down in my heart, I rasa macam, I'm going to give you all of this lesson, but I'm still going to hate it if you win. But I'm still going to give you. Because ilmu tu free kan, I have to give. So I bagi, I ajar dia, so dia improve. And bila dia dah improve, English dia got better, I rasa, salah aku ajar dia. Mula-mula I tak kisah. Saya rasa salah aku ajar dia. And then, I ask myself, why am I like this? Dia tak ajar teacher math sebab teacher sombong. Sombong sangat. Tak nak pergi jumpa dia. Tak nak belajar dengan dia. So I rasa macam, kenapa I rasa macam ni? Why do I feel not satisfied for teaching him? So I ask myself, why am I turning into this monster that I know I'm not going to be that person? Because I always love giving. Because my friends yang lain-lain cakap, tu lah kau pergi ajar dia lagi kalau aku. Jadi kau tak ajar dia. Kan dia lagi bagus daripada kau. And then my other friend came to me and cakap dekat I, Mariam, bukannya ilmu you habis pun kalau you ajar dia, dia put effort cari you. You put effort tak nak pergi belajar maths? My friend asked me that question. And I ponder, kalau I cerita pasal benda ni, I rasa macam nangis dia, kenapa lah aku macam tu dulu? I ponder back and I rasa kenapa I iri hati dengan dia sahaja kalau anak-anak ajar ke apa ke. Tapi dengan orang lain I tak rasa macam tu. So I look back, I ponder, and I went and see him. I said, I'm so sorry. Aku ajar kau, lepas tu aku rasa macam tak ikhlas pula. So sorry, macam tu. Cakap congrats. You dapat improvement dalam your paper. Tapi walaupun dia dapat improvement, at that point of time, tak adalah it wasn't an A, it was just it wasn't an A plus, it was just an average A at that point of time. So I rasa macam, okay, fine. I'm going to put a thick face on and I said sorry. And you know what? After saying sorry, I felt so good. It felt so good for not winning for the first time. Because I finally took myself out of that level of arrogance. That level of, aku yang ajar dia. Aku ajar dia. And aku rasa macam, kenapa lah aku ajar dia? That's not a very kind thing to do. Okay? And then what I did, after I made peace with this friend of mine, instead of looking at him as my competition, I started studying with him. And I still end up as the second one. And it's okay. It's very okay. I'm happy that he's happy. I'm happy that I'm happy. Kenapa ada yang tanya dia kahwin ni, teacher? Kenapa? You nak tackle dia ke apa? Ini kawan I tau. Bukan like kekasih hati ke apa. Kawan. So my point of telling you this, I'm sharing with you the worst part. It's a guy. Yeah, it's a guy. I'm sharing with you the worst part. The worst version of me. I'm sharing with you. I'm putting myself in a different situation to share with you this because I want you to learn from mistakes and it's okay. And bila I masuk uni, when I joined in, bila I masuk uni, I changed my mindset. I started teaching people around me. And bila I tengok ada orang macam I, dulu, yang tak nak ajar, sebab takut ilmu habis, I can only smile. Because I know it's not going to take them anywhere. Because I was once that person. Okay? So, bukannya I rasa nak open up sebab I nak buka aib I kan. Bukan, I nak bagi tahu dekat you, it's okay for you to progress in a better manner. It's okay for you to change. And that's why today I'm a teacher because I want to give it all. I tak kisah kalau orang minta I resipi. I pernah ada kawan I minta dia resipi. Dia bukannya buat bisnes ke apa, minta dia resipi, dia cakap, minta resipi pula kau ni. Cari yang sendiri. Buatlah sendiri, belajarlah sendiri. So I'm macam, oh sorry. I tak kisah. I don't mind. Because to me, sharing is caring. But it's okay kalau orang tu rasa macam tu, it's on them. Maybe dia ada sebab kenapa. Husnuzon. Husnuzon means sangka baik. So it's okay. The reason why I'm opening up about this to you guys is because I want you to look at it. Miss, dulu saya cemburu dengan budak baru dekat kelas saya sebab dia lagi pandai. Tapi sekarang Miss, kita orang jadi best friend forever. Study at Math sama-sama. That's good. Okay, that's my point. And it's nice that you open up to us. Miss, sometimes I feel like that too, but it's hard to resist the feeling. Okay. I totally understand. Okay, I have two best friends. Sometimes I get jealous when they get higher than me. It felt embarrassing, but on the results, kita orang dapat nombor sederet, like 2, 3, 4. I felt less embarrassed when I got in the middle. Is that wrong? No, it's not wrong. But we changed the mindset to a healthier mindset. Okay, so it's not wrong to have this winner fire burning, the burning desire. It's okay to have that, but don't be like Teacher Mariam yang ada burning desire to win sampai rasa macam I dah hajar dia pun I rasa macam lah, kenapa lah aku ajar dia? Sekarang dia dah menang. Don't be like me. Because I was once like that. Okay? Another thing that your friends say, my friend is a better dancer than me, but that motivates me to dance better. That's okay, right? Yes. You have to. Okay, just a quote from Prophet Muhammad, the toughest jihad is the battle against yourself. So that is the strongest thing that we have to battle against. Ourselves. Okay? Now, in conclusion, it's all about mindset. Okay? And remember, teacher cerita dekat you bukan untuk nak jadikan benda ni adalah sebuah benda yang too personal, but I'm sharing with you my personal experience so that you don't feel sad for feeling down sometimes about certain things that you have done, and you can always apologize to them and get better. Okay? Make them as your friend. Dengan ikhlas lah, of course. Janganlah lepas ni you pergi jadi kawan dengan dia just because kawan dengan dia lah, sudah I tahu dia punya strategi. Bukan macam kawan dengan dia dengan ikhlas. Your mindset, your sincerity is much more powerful than being a winner. Okay? Because that will take you further. Now, let's take a look at the question in here. This is what I've prepared for you. So one thing, let's have a postmortem. First thing first, this is your introduction. I want you to start your introduction with a quote or a belief or saying, like I have put it in here. You can say that everyone believes that winning means ultimate victory or coming at first at something. Okay, ini honestly, ianya adalah, what is this? Ini adalah definition of winning, sayang. Ya, itu je. Sebenarnya it's taken from the internet. Kalau you pergi tengok dalam dictionary, online dictionary, you akan jumpa. Winning means ultimate victory or coming first at something. Itu adalah definisi dia. I ambil dan kita tukar dia. Everyone believes that winning means ultimate victory or coming first at something. I don't quite agree with this. So you are not agreeing with what? With the quote or with the point yang orang rasa? The point yang orang rasa. Okay? I don't quite agree with this. That is not to say that wanting to win could actually be a bad thing. You describe further apa you rasa. Sebab tak nak pula orang rasa differently lagi. I mean, tak nak pula opinion you taken otherwise. You can stand your point. Next, you cakap that is not to say that wanting to win could be a bad thing. It should be done with a healthier approach. So you bagi tahu. So for those of you yang rasa in between, yang rasa 50-50, this is the type of essay, I mean, this is the type of decision you should put in. Because I know you feel this way. And you want it to be a healthier approach. You want to win. You want to have the winner's mindset. But at the same time, you do not want to just think about winning sampai you beat yourself up and you think that you are a loser for not winning. But the progress is what let's make it better, right? So let's talk about that in here. Now, it should be done with a healthier approach. Next, it is important to recognize and celebrate personal growth. So why do you think so? This is your why. Okay, it is important to recognize and celebrate personal growth. Kenapa celebrate personal growth? Sebab topik dia dekat sini cakap, do you agree or disagree with the quote? Can. Okay, we haven't come up with that yet. And reasons for your choice. Reasons for your choice. Why do you think so? Okay, why do you think that? This is you agreeing lah. You agree. Kenapa you agree? You agree because it is important to recognize and celebrate personal growth and achievement, no matter how small the victory may seem. Did I just write new matter? It's no matter. No matter how small the victory may seem. So this is the reason why you agree. People believe, elaboration disebut warna hijau. People believe that they are competing with others when they see how well or badly others are living. Okay, now, people believe that they are competing. Orang rasa sense of competitiveness tu adalah apabila dia tengok macam mana bagus orang tu buat ataupun macam mana teruk orang tu hidup. Now, that is first point. You elaborate dekat sini. You want to talk about your celebrating personal growth and you want to change the mindset of competitiveness. Next point, second point, the mindset of winning can make you feel disappointed and cause you to stop believing when you have done your best but don't win. This is the second reason. Ini adalah reason kedua. Kenapa you rasa you agree. And what is the elaboration dekat sini? You can say that what most people do not realize is that we are mostly struggling against ourselves. So indirectly, you dah bagi tahu yang you are struggling against yourself and that is sufficient. Because sometimes that's harder. Okay, now let's take a look at the next one. All right. The next one is your personal opinion. Okay, personal opinion kita tukar jadi primary school. This is not 100% my personal opinion. I campur dengan my personal opinion in here. So the next one, this is your, put it in purple. This is the personal experience. Okay, I was not an A+ student in my primary school. My friends would be in the top 10 when I was almost last. Now that I'm older, I know the importance of revising, making it my priorities, and studying hard. It is all about priorities, persistency, and progress. I'm still not in the top 10, but I'm almost there. And that to me is a big win. So it is agreeing with the quote. Quote ni cakap, tak apa. Progress pun bagus. Tak menang pun tak apa. Asalkan ada progress. Tapi jangan ada mindset yang you tak nak progress langsung. Tak apalah, biar orang menang. Kena ada priorities, kena ada persistency, kena ada progress. Just like the story of the hare and the tortoise. Akan ada progress. And one day you will make it there. Because we are not in a competition against the clock, darling. Some people became president at such old age. Some people became mothers at very, very young age. Some get children at a very, very old age. And some get married at a very young age. And some get married at a very old age. And some manage to get their degree according to their plan. And some do not get their degree according to how they have planned it. And that is okay. Because that is okay only, side note, that is okay only when you realize that you are still working hard against it. Okay? Tapi it's not okay kalau you biar je lah, tapi lah, dia nak buat apa dia buat. Aku duduk je kat sini, tak nak buat progress. I'm not going to go do anything about it. I'm just going to stay here, do nothing and think nothing about it. So progress, persistency, and priorities is the key. That is why I put it here. Progress, priorities, and persistency is the key. So you're giving your own conclusion in here. Next, Allahu Akbar. Hilang tak? I am still not in the top 10, but I'm almost there. Nampak tak kat sini? You put it in your personal experience. It's not about it's all about priorities, persistency, and progress. I'm still not in the top 10, but I'm almost there. And that to me is a big win. So this is the conclusion we're giving. Simple, I see. It's quite simple, huh? It's quite simple and quite straightforward. Any questions so far? No questions? Okay, if there's no questions, I'm going to proceed. This one you tak payah nak screenshot pun tak apa. It's just that later I want you to do me a favor. You download daripada answer, daripada app for your answer. This essay is interesting, yes. My point here to do this essay is not because I nak ajar you just this, but I want you to have your own opinion as well, okay? Nah, dia tanya, teacher, kena minta maaf ke kalau kita buat salah dekat dia? Okay, salah macam mana tu? Okay, this is my personal opinion. I'm not a preacher to share with you what's right and what's wrong. But in my personal experience, kalau kita buat salah kepada seseorang tu, we say sorry. We have to apologize. Tapi kalau apologizing will make things harder, will crack things and make it worse, then you think what's best. Okay? So yang paling bagus sekali is okay lah. It's good for you to apologize always if you're making any mistakes. Okay, now, don't worry, don't get anxious because of this topic. Okay? Now, teacher, salah ke? Saya ada guy best friends. Tadi saya ada guy best friends, mesti ada orang dengki. Tak apa, it's okay. It's okay to make friends, okay? But you have to remember to take a good care of the limitation. Now, according to Balkis, look in the mirror. That's your competitor. Okay, thank you, Balkis, for such kind words to your friends. Okay, now, before I let you go, I want to also share with you a little something. Ada yang cakap, teacher, this topic makes me realize how toxic I was back then. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. Why are you worrying about it? It's okay. You have realized that maybe something was not meant to be the way it should. Don't think of it differently. All right? I don't want you to think that you're a bad person. Stop apologizing and start thanking. Yeah, that's great as well. That's true. So, like I said, my mindset can be changed. It's okay to change your mindset to progress and learning and many things that makes you a better person. Kalau tak, macam mana kita nak grow kan? We are always growing to be better each day. So jangan risau. Don't get anxious for whatever that you have done or whatever things that you think that's bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just that you are slowly learning about it. Okay? Now, I could get all anxious to think about apalah orang tu fikir pasal I. After all of the things yang I dah pernah buat dekat dia at that point of time. Bila I cakap dekat dia macam tu, mesti dia rasa macam, kompetitifnya Mariam ni. Tak ikhlasnya Mariam ni. Mesti dia dah rasa macam, apalah orang tu akan fikir pasal I. Tetapi, I choose to move on because I have made peace with myself that I'm only making progress. I'm only struggling against myself. I'm making my priorities right. I'm getting better each day. So it's okay. So don't worry about it. Okay? Jangan risau. Now you're making me worry. Because some of you say that, alah teacher, now I feel how toxic I can be. No, you are not toxic. It's still good to be competitive. Just tukar sikit je. You're not toxic. Be competitive. Tapi tukar the competitiveness to be a healthier one. Because kalau you tak competitive, who's going to take the SPM paper and give to yourself a straight A? Who's going to give you the straight A's if it's not you? If you're not going to be competitive against yourself and against other people to be healthier in a way. Okay, we're not competing against anybody else, especially for your SPM paper. Kita bersaing dengan diri kita sendiri. Kalau you dapat semua paper you 100. Lepas tu dia pun dapat paper dia 100. You akan rasa macam, okay. Tapi kenapa you still want to feel bad about competing against yourself, competing against yourself? Okay, so don't feel bad about competing against yourself, because you have to ignore what people say about you and focus on your personal growth. Yes, Shaira. Yes, Balkis. Okay, so focus on your personal growth. Don't care about whatever that's going to come after. Don't care about how you might think. Sometimes you might think, you're being a toxic competitor. No, you are not. If you are being a competitor yang doing this for yourself, you're not toxic. Tapi kalau you are doing it because you're not jealous kan orang, that can be toxic. Okay, but sometimes it's good to set apart apa level that you want to get. Bukan for you to show the rest of the people that they are loser and you're the winner, but to show them that you are progressing and getting better each day. Because sometimes there are people that we want to prove wrong. Because there are people that think that we are not good enough. Sometimes we have that mindset because these people tarnish our reputation, make us feel like we're not good enough. But it's okay to be a role model for others. So Alia, picture Alia. Dahsyat Alia. Okay, that is all for today's topic. So please read your notes. Please read